To jump into breakfast for a second. So if you looked over the nutritional recommendations that I gave you guys, you'll notice that breakfast is predominantly protein and fat. And there's a reason for that. Research has shown as a general rule that when you predominantly eat protein and fat for breakfast, a few things happen. Number one, your blood sugar levels stay stable. Okay. And the more stable your blood sugar levels are, the less cravings you're going to have and the less calories you're going to consume on average throughout the day. So there's a method to the madness. If you start the day with, let's just say, a bowl of oatmeal, I'm not saying oatmeal is bad. I'm always going to say, who are you and what are your goals? That will determine and dictate what we do or don't do. But for your average person who's trying to lose weight or get in shape, if you just eat a bowl of oatmeal in the morning or a bowl of cereal, and you have what's called a carb dominant breakfast, that will spike your insulin levels, cause you to crave sweet things later, and eat more calories throughout the day. Okay, so when we know that physiological truth, we can adapt and have predominantly a protein and fat dominant breakfast, for example, eggs, and having accompany that avocado or cheese or nut butter or nuts or something, protein and fat. So that's the first thing, controlling appetite as well as blood sugar level regulations. The second thing is mood and cognitive function. This is a huge one. If we can stay focused on our task at hand, I would assume most of us are working, we're working some type of job, maybe you're in front of a screen. If you can control and stabilize your focus and your attention, that is going to play a huge result in one, your productivity of work, but two, also in what you eat and your cravings. Let me explain how. How many of us have found ourselves working, been a bit distracted or unable to focus on work, and we feel like we want to have a snack or have something to just change our state, to switch things up? I know I've been there, right? If you're not fully focused on your work, you might want to distract yourself or change your state, go in the kitchen, especially now we're working from home, have a snack. So if you can keep your focus on point, you'll be able to do your work, get in a zone, and then before you know it, it'll be lunchtime and you eat lunch. You won't be distracted by your lack of focus to reach for a snack for some fuel or as a distraction, okay? So the next question would be, well, can I have some carbs for breakfast? The answer is absolutely. You just want to make sure that it's predominantly protein and fat for your average person who's looking to get in shape, tone up, and lose weight. So that's, and actually a lot of the research on this comes from Israel, and that's what they've shown, this idea that it keeps your neurotransmitters stable for the day, your cognitive function and focus stable for the day, and controls blood sugar regulation as well as cravings. So that's what I call a bang for your buck activity. You set your day up to win in the morning with breakfast. Now, if you're listening to this, maybe Robin, and saying, well, I do intermittent fasting, I skip breakfast. That's okay. They've shown that actually, if you respond well to intermittent fasting, skipping breakfast can actually be okay for your focus. I can tell you, I've personally played around with intermittent fasting. And as a business owner and someone who has a lot of work to do every single day, for me, and I can only speak for myself on this, it helps me focus on my work by not jump starting my stomach and digestion by eating something. Again, everybody's different. And I used to weigh 120 pounds more. I've lost a ton of weight. I do this for a living as well. It's a little bit different. But again, I've learned to listen to my body. Now, there are some days where I am a bit hungrier in the morning and I'll listen to my body and I'll eat something. But again, it depends on the signals my body is giving me. But again, to kind of bring things full circle and not ramble on too much, predominantly a protein and fat-based breakfast with minimal to no carbohydrates will yield the best result for your average person. Okay.